Back here on Blue Ridge 11 with a special edition of Sports Talk, our annual LL League football coaches show. And we are coming to our final stop, and it is in New Holland for the Garden Spot Spartans. And we welcome on their head coach in his third season at the helm, in his second stint with the Spartans. It's Coach Matt Zamperini. How are you, Coach Z?
Doing well, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I love having you on, Lund. Catching up with you. We want to hear about how things are going on over there in Garden Spot. I guess the first thing we should ask you, how do you feel about the new turf going in there?
Well, it's they're making a lot of progress on it. They had the most of it laid, and they're stitching in all the lines and hash marks and things like that. So hopefully it's going to be a go for our first home game, which is not till week 4. So there should be plenty of time to get that fully ready. And yeah, it's going to be exciting for a home game week 4. Hopefully we've built up some anticipation going into that and fill up the stadium and be a good night for New Holland.
All right, well, week 4, if that is your first home game, we will be there for your showdown with Calico. So if that is true, we're looking forward to it, showcasing that beautiful new turf. All right, Eric, hey, you'll be there too, by the way, getting to see the brand new turf in person. Why don't you fire some questions away here at Coach Z?
Well, I know I'm anxious to see it as well, because I think calling a game at Garden Spot is tremendous. I love calling games from over there. But let's take a look at well, first of all, last year was just so bizarre in so many ways. Just the roller coaster, week in to week out. Is there going to be a game? Is there not going to be a game? How many games you got pushed back, postponed, rescheduled? Just kind of describe your thought process as far as last year was concerned.
Last year was difficult on a lot of levels. Like not even having a locker room. Just all the things that are normal about the football experience. The locker room camaraderie and kids having to change in the bathrooms or changing their cars or wherever else, and then be on the field. And we had we lost our last 2 games, which we were building some momentum and finally getting to the point where we were building some confidence. And that was the hard part, is never got to see how that team at its best. And we were heading in that direction, but we didn't get to see them at their best. And for them and for just the program, I think that was the hardest part. But there were more than one. There were several weeks where on a Wednesday or Thursday I would have an administrator come in at 2:30 while I'm teaching and tell me that this starter or that starter has been sent home, and so now you're redesigning the lineup and trying to figure out who to get reps to get prepared. And it was challenging for the coaching staff, but I think it was really challenging for the players too, just from the beginning. The summer work of not even being sure if there was a season going to be had, and trying to prepare for something that you don't even know is going to happen even from a week-to-week basis. So just, it was mentally exhausting. This is my 26th year of football as a coach, and it was the hardest year, because of all that stuff. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Now, you said challenging, and I guess the challenge for you this year is, how do you fill the shoes of Jesse Martin? And this is a kid I was really looking forward to seeing last year, but unfortunately that game got wiped off the schedule, and so it was quite a mess. So what are you looking at? How's your quarterback position looking like going into week 1?
Well, Jesse was a special kid, and we really found our rhythm with him. Yeah, we probably spent, and some of it last year was hard because you didn't have team camps, you didn't have a lot of the stuff that you would be able to assess personnel on and tweak your offense going into the season. So I think we spent the first couple weeks trying to force Jesse's hand into some things that weren't his absolute strengths. And once we did that by week 3 or so, then we were rolling